reduction, mental health, and even empathy.
While the study didn't look at why fewer people are reading, researchers suggest it's likely due to a number of factors, including less leisure time, the rise in digital media, and less access to bookstores and libraries.
I would have to schedule time to read versus it's a lot easier to just pick up your phone and look on social media.
While the decline in reading for fun may not come as a surprise, Dr. Sankey says the small number of parents who report reading to their kids is quite shocking. Just 2%.
It's important to reading readiness and early education readiness. Reading with kids is also a really important form of bonding, which is really important to health.
She stresses reading is one of the simplest devices in our public health toolkit and encourages more people to find a good page turner to get back into books. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Thanks so much for watching CBS LA at 4. CBS LA at 5 starts right now.
This is CBS LA at 5.
Now at 5, an update on the investigation into the murders of legendary director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. Their 32-year-old son Nick now facing 2 first-degree murder charges.
CBS LA reporter Joy Benedict live in downtown with the latest on what comes next.
And Joy, you have new security video, don't you, of Nick before he was arrested?
That's true. We are learning a little bit more about what Nick Reiner was doing prior to being arrested in South Los Angeles. Meanwhile, this has been such an emotional case for so many people these last few days, as of course the entire city is mourning the loss of this couple.
That our office will be filing charges against Nick Reiner.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney made his intention clear. 2 counts of murder against the 32-year-old accused of killing his parents, famed director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle.
These charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty.
Like a Hollywood script with real-life pain. The fire department responded to this Brentwood home Sunday afternoon when the couple's daughter called for help after finding her parents with apparent stab wounds. The paramedics arrived, declared them dead, and called police.
This case is heartbreaking and deeply personal, not only for the Reiner family and their loved ones, but for our entire city.
Police won't go into specifics about what happened next and why they immediately started looking for the couple's youngest son, Nick Reiner. But they say that investigation led them to Santa Monica. And then this corner in Exposition Park. Reiner was seen entering a gas station and buying a Gatorade, then walking across the street. About 20 minutes later, security cameras show him surrounded by 10 marked and unmarked police vehicles. He puts his hands up, lays on the ground, and was arrested for murder.
He was approached by the officers and he was arrested without incident. There was no indication that he was going to resist or anything like that.
Witnesses say Nick and Rob Reiner got into an argument at a Hollywood party Saturday night and left.
And I think it made me a better father.
A contrast to the relationship displayed a decade ago as the two promoted a movie, Being Charlie, loosely related to Nick's own struggle with addiction. Nick Reiner was expected in court for his first appearance Tuesday, but it was postponed. His attorney, Alan Jackson, was seen visiting the Reiners' Brentwood home. He says his client has not been cleared medically.
Every single inmate goes through a medical clearance before they can be transported to court. Every one of them.
Okay.
And that's a process. It's just a procedural issue.
And although it is unknown what involvement the Reiner family may have had in the arrest of Nick, the district attorney says their wishes on how they proceed in this heartbreaking case will be respected.
Now, prosecuting these cases involving family members are some of the most challenging and most heart-wrenching cases that this office faces. We will take the thoughts and desires of the family into consideration in making our decision.
And it is not clear when Nick Reiner will be medically cleared to make that first appearance in court. His attorney saying it will be a day-by-day decision. Guys.
Joy, thank you. And we will have much more in-depth coverage of the murders of the Reiners tonight on the CBS Evening News with Maurice Dubois and John Dickerson.
Tonight, another doctor convicted in connection with the death of actor Matthew Perry sentenced in federal court.
Let's go to CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Mike, this doctor was accused of supplying the drugs that would eventually end up with the Friends star.
Yeah, Juan Rudube, this doctor was essentially the middleman here. He would get the ketamine allegedly, then pass it on to another doctor who then would sometimes pass it on to his assistant, and that's how Matthew Perry would end up getting it. Well, we'll show you the video today in federal court as he walked in there and was inside federal court. He was sentenced to 8 months on house arrest. He's also ordered to do several hundred hours of community service as a result of this. Now, the allegations against him were that he illegally obtained ketamine as part of this scheme to give it to Matthew Perry, to sell it to Matthew Perry. Now, including the 8 months home confinement, he will also be sentenced to 3 years of supervised release, essentially parole probation type of situation. Now, he was one of the many players that have been involved in this case. As we told you, the other doctors, there's also the ketamine queen who was involved in all of this. He ultimately pleaded guilty. This guy, Mark Chavez, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute ketamine. That was the official charge that the federal government was able to get him to plead to. As part of that plea deal, he did take today that 8 months of 8 months rather, yes, excuse me, of home confinement. Guys.
Thank you, Mike. A hot prowl burglary suspect allegedly armed with a metal pipe was shot in the arm by police this morning after being zapped with a taser in Winnetka. Officers responded at 2 in the morning to an apartment complex on Satakoy Street after getting multiple calls about a man trying to break into several homes. The suspect was in serious condition when he was taken to a hospital. At the LA Board of Police Commissioners meeting this morning, LAPD Assistant Chief Dominic Choi said this was the 44th officer-involved shooting within the department this year, compared to 26 shootings this time last year. That's an increase of 69%.
Amazon workers in Riverside beginning a Teamsters unionization campaign today. The DJ T6 warehouse is one of the largest Amazon delivery stations in the country. Before the sun even rose, night shift workers who load the company's delivery vans walked off the job from 1 to 2 a.m. It continued with day workers picketing this morning. Workers say they're fighting for fair working conditions and higher pay.
These workers are very, very important to not only our economy, but everything that happens within your neighborhood. And it's time that these big corporations start taking care of their workers too.
In a statement to CBS LA, a spokesperson for Amazon said workers have the choice to join a union, defended its pay and benefits, and said in part, while the Teamsters continue to violate the law and mislead the public, our teams remain focused on doing what they do best, delivering for our customers.
Weather into your neighborhood tonight for Holiday Home.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to show you some of the beautifully decorated communities right here in SoCal. And tonight we're live in Orange County at the East Lake Village Holiday Lights in Yorba Linda.
Meteorologist Danny Roberti is there with our next weather. It looks gorgeous out there, Danny.
Oh, hi, Rudabeh. Hi, Juan. Good evening, everyone. Yes, welcome to East Lake Village. The Christmas lights here. You guys, we're finally getting a view of them because the sun is setting. Follow me over this way. The beautiful thing about this neighborhood, it's all on a lake. Look at this, the beautiful water behind me. Almost 200 homes in this neighborhood. They're all decked out. Every street has a different theme. And it's not just the streets. You're also going to see boats on the water decorated. Look across the way. We've got these beautiful lights just lining the homes, and then boats in front of the homes with the most beautiful, vibrant lights. All of this surrounding the lake, and this is a special way that they get into the holiday spirit year after year. I mean, I call this the jewel of Yorba Linda, and this is what many of them do. This neighborhood specifically here, East Lake Village, is so, so beautiful, and we are going to get to explore this area and show you some of the beautiful streets that are all decorated here in Southern California. But you can see behind me, it's actually a little bit hazy right now. We've got some fog that's rolling in. So what I want to do right now is I want to get you ready for tonight going into early tomorrow morning. Here in Yorba Linda, we're going to see that fog. So temperatures will be dropping. We went from the 70s earlier to the 60s now, down to the 50s once we get to 8 o'clock. And visibility is going to drop very, very quickly. It's going to be one of those nights and mornings where it's just super tough to see outside. Dense fog advisories will go into effect. Visibility is already down right now in the LA Basin, downtown Los Angeles, Carson, over into Long Beach. It's under 3-mile visibility right now. And going into tomorrow, that's going to extend its way way into all of Orange County. So this is going to make it tough to see on the 405, on the 5, and that's because of that fog, a blanket of it, like we've seen the past couple of days. And tomorrow morning, it's going to be pretty thick, and it's going to be pretty widespread like we saw earlier this weekend. So we've got fog tomorrow. We've got a couple more things to talk about. It's going to be wind, Santa Ana winds, and also things staying warm and dry before we're watching the potential for a storm here in Southern California for Christmas week, and there is growing potential for that. So coming up, we're going to get you, your family prepared, and we're also going to go in depth on what makes this right here so special to this community. It's been so special to see all these places, these neighborhoods here in Southern California that go all out. But boy, Ruta Bay and Juan, you just take a look out across the lake, across the water, and you're just seeing home after home decorated, getting in the holiday spirit. And this is a way to bring an extra dose of sparkle, joy, and cheer. So we're going to try to bring that to you going into tonight.
The sunset alone is spectacular behind Danny.
Looks like
isn't
a
it?
tropical island.
So gorgeous.
Thank you, Danny.
It does.
Sheriff's deputies go undercover at a local mall to stop